We started using them probably in late 80s when we developed our properties and then we wanted to sell them. But mainly we bought a couple of properties in late 80s. Then we had a good experience, but then I went into a different business, financial services business. We come back for last 10 odd years, but in last 2-3 years, we gone more buying for buy-to-let as well as development. And because we had very good experience last time, we thought we should be using Martyn Gerrard first and see how it goes. And we find them very useful last time, and we're finding them very useful this time as well. We did do what you call testing with other agents, but we found Martyn Gerrard maximum, much better than others. So, and they are professional, so you want to use them more and more. Martyn Gerrard is the exception. We do go back to them because they are more professional. If I may say so, estate agents don't have a good name, and therefore when someone does give you a good service, honest service, professional service, you do tend to go back to them. So we have an exception. Martyn Gerrard, we would deal with them, but other agents, actually, we don't deal with them. Oh, yes, not very much. I would say Martyn Gerrard does have honesty. Not only that, in this last particular transaction, what we found was that the vendor had difficulty in giving some documents, and then they had given it to someone else as well. Martyn Gerrard made sure that we were the first one to offer, and our offer was accepted. And I think Martyn Gerrard handled it very well. Martyn Gerrards are, as we said, very honest, very professional. So we don't have to worry about it. They are, as I put it down, they are trustworthy. So one is Martyn Gerrard are very trustworthy. Secondly, they are big enough. They are multi-branch, so they are big enough to get in, because we are selling as well through Martyn Gerrard. So they are big enough to give exposure to enough number of people, but at the same time, they are in a way not small, but small enough. If you compare with all the nationwide branches, they are not like that. They are mainly North London, estate agents. So big enough to give good exposure, but small enough to give personal service. And like I said, they are very professional. I won't have to worry if I'm buying or selling from Martyn Gerrard, because I know they will make sure that it goes through very smoothly. I was very well impressed the way they handled our purchase right from beginning. And it took a bit of time, but all the way, there is one person who looked after, and all the time it's one person dealing with me, and that gives me assurance and peace of mind that what I'm doing is going to happen. If you give a very good service, very honest service, and very professional, which Martyn Gerrard does, then within that what you call industry, it would be considered as, like how I tell other people, Martyn Gerrard is an estate agent, but good estate agent, and therefore it kind of, they stand out among the not so good estate agents. The industry doesn't have good name, but the way they give you service, they do stand out, and then that's, I think, their plus point. Well, I agreed to do this testimonial because one of the reasons why, like I said before, Martyn Gerrard is exception, so we have got very good respect for Martyn Gerrard. And when the Kiri phoned me and said, would you agree to do this testimonial, I had no hesitation, because I'm myself convinced, and therefore I can give this testimonial. I don't want to give testimonial just like that unless I'm convinced, and I am convinced that this Martyn Gerrard is professional, estate agent. If I'm giving this testimonial, that means I'm happy with them, and therefore I will have no hesitation in recommending Martyn Gerrard, because I know they will make the other people happy, and if they make other people happy, it means I've given a good recommendation, and therefore they'll be happy with me. And Martyn Gerrard does deserve good recommendation.